Hello guys, and welcome to this GTL match, the last for tonight. We have RNC versus 8th. I am Queen Grim, or just Grim, because people call me Queen and it's weird. So anyway, I have with me, I'm Triggered, and who will be co-commentating with me, and we have Gortadini who's streaming.
Hello.
And the map we are... Hello to both of you. The map we're starting with tonight is like the map equivalent of a bad chat. Most of night, overrated and just not needed. So, welcome everybody.
Welcome everyone. We expect a really good match tonight. Let's start with the first tank picks on Himmelsdorf.
Taking us like 15 minutes to get this started because internet problems.
Major
internet problems. Major internet problems. You know? I mean,
let's call that unexpected issues, unfortunately.
And then, as soon as he came back, I got kicked off my internet, so, you know, I'm not saying it's a conspiracy, but it definitely is, so... Oh, wasting no time.
Looks like they're ready to go.
Two bad chats! Woo!
Oh no, no light tank yet. Jesus.
I have hope.
City map though. Most likely, I see the
interesting. Yep, 2 bad chat on Immelsdorf is actually really interesting.
Indeed.
I would be surprised if they push up the hill, so I'm expecting some kind of push down the 1-2 line for some spots, maybe some back shots. We'll see how it goes. T57. 2 T57 on A side. 2 E4s as well. Okay, so nothing complicated from the 8 side. 2 5As, 2 Superconks, 2 T57. They will have to drop 1 tank though. I see 9 tanks now.
Oh yeah, they overpicked.
Yep.
I hope Dragoon sees that because that would be unfortunate.
They've been going basically 2-2-2-2 and then an I7 pulled up.
You think we would not notice? Oh, my goodness.
Ah, there we go.
There we go.
Looks like RNC is running 2 bats, an I7, T57, 2 chieftains, and 2 5As.
And 8th is running 2 E4s, 2 T7 heavies, 2 Superconks, and 2 5As. Very nice. I hate
actually very nice picking on 8 side. We can expect some kind of a hill push. 9-0. RNC with 2 bad shots.
Yeah.
I would suggest they will go down the 1-2 line to get some actual early spots. Or to counter maybe any heavy push down there, but that would be surprising.
Mm-hmm.
An I7 alone, it's interesting.
Yeah, we're ready. Don't flash again. Yeah. I stopped myself.
Don't rub it in. Don't rub it in.
Super weird.
What? What we could expect from those 2 bad shots, if they stay on the low ground, and this is probably what they're gonna do, is if they have an opportunity to go up and flank on the back of the enemy, they're gonna do it. Otherwise, what they can do is snipe down the middle from the 3 line.
They could. And what was it? It was either yesterday's match or the match before where we saw a back chat get behind one team and try to put some shots in. I think it was a GP match.
Yesterday.
Isn't it?
They did that too. They went all the
way
to
I watched them.
A0, A9 and B9.
Unfortunately for him, the people were ready for him. You know, they had the turrets turn.
Yep.
I call hacks, but you know, it's okay.
A really good team can anticipate that kind of play, and at the same time, if the bad shot got spotted, going towards that direction, obviously it's something that you can expect.
By the
But
way,
two
what are
bad
the
shots
rules
together.
on? Go ahead, sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, okay. What are the rules on map picking? Can like one team, can both teams pick like the same map and we have to play 4 rounds on it? Or
I believe they have to pick 2 different maps.
I was gonna say if we had 4 rounds of this map, I don't think I would have been able to continue. No thanks. And then Ghost Town, you know, like, oh, give me some steps, some Moravanka, Malnovka.
Really aggressive push by
The
RNC
bad
here.
shots are going up the
Pushing,
hill.
yeah,
so
pushing with the
were
2
wrong about
bad shots up the hill already.
that. Well, you definitely secure the hill first, so that's their advantage. But will the heavies come up in time to support them? That's the thing. You know.
Let's see how 8 are gonna react to that. I don't think the bad chat are gonna engage the fight. What they want is maybe start a cap, and then as soon as RNC heavies are gonna push and then take the cap, the bad chat are gonna be free to do something else. Maybe push around the castle if they think that's a really good point to do an overmatch, or just spread their clip, taking a few damage, but still you can spread your full mag and then bail out even if you take damage. Or maybe dropping down, going down the 8 line, and then circle around and get 8 from the back of the hill.
RNC
There's
heavies
multiple
got there first.
options here.
Looks like the 8 heavies are a bit slow getting up there. I don't know, but RNC
RNC
took
5As
the
are pushing really aggressively. This is very risky. They're not
They've
holding
lost
down.
health already.
They're bait.
Yeah.
Yep.
The T7 heavy, he needs to. That Muley needs to chill. There's a T7 heavy looking at him like, I'ma clip you, boy. Better back off.
This is a very risky push right now.
I see what RNC's doing. They got the
some
early
power.
cap pressure, so by the time they got there, they were
And here comes the
about
57
45
heavy.
seconds left
Thread
on the
is
clock.
his entire clip into the RNC T7 heavy. And now Draco is a one-shot. Muley that 2 tanks just. I can hardly keep up.
That was a really aggressive push, and unfortunately,
It was their mistake, I think.
I don't
looks
think
like they're
Magic
gonna cap it,
5A
guys,
was
look.
actually really a problem, but
RNC are
pushing
gonna
that
cap, no?
T57
Oh, well,
down there, once you reload, you have nowhere to hide. I don't think that was the right play right now.
Hate Greed's taking all the damage. No.
Yep, unfortunately, RNC
I do think he was a
way
fake
too
for those-
aggressive.
For those those 5As were too aggressive, and personally I think the Batchat should have gone up the 2 line and behind these guys, but
Yep, unfortunately the 5As pushed way too aggressively. They could have waited on the cap behind that rock pile in the middle. Those Batchat could have definitely went down the 2 line, just stayed unspotted.
I mean,
Just to
Toxic
see
didn't
where
lose any health.
8th would have get spotted. And if 8th would have get the top and spread, they would probably have sent tanks down on the low ground around the castle, allowing the Batchat to get shot from down the middle.
the Iron Curse from 8th doing the most damage this match with 3.7k. Well done to him and his T7 heavy.
And unfortunately, look at those 5As.
Yeah.
Magic with just 1 pen, Draco pushing with the 2 5As, emptying his magazine, only penning 1, and having a T57 exposed like that, it's basically 1 mag and you're gone. There's no place to hide.
Both T57 heavies on 8th did the most damage that round, so well done to them. The E4
Yep,
closely
well played by
behind them.
8th. RNC just being a little bit too much aggressive. I think their Batchat could have done a way better work going down maybe the 2 line, or at least just the 8 line, just to do some kind of a, distraction.
Yeah, I really was
pushing
surprised to see them
behind
go up
them
the
and
hill.
just, okay, we got 2 bots behind. Some of their tanks are just gonna turn around and then it's time to push.
Yeah, you can have it either side though. It was surprising to see them go up the hill, and you really would have expected the Batchats to flank around, but maybe that's what they thought 8 would think they would do. So, you know, all out to them for trying something new, but unfortunately it didn't work. They did get there first.
Yeah.
Too aggressive.
And I think 8 probably thought that the 2 Batchat would push down. So that's why they literally went, as soon as they reached the top of the hill, they went all in. And that was not a bad thing to do. I think the mistake of that game is RNC pushing way too aggressively with the 5As and that T-57. They basically gave up their tank.
Exactly. They should have stayed in the cap, you know, where the rubble is, and perhaps stayed there.
Exactly.
Because when those 2 5As pushed up, there was a T-57 heavy there, there was IS-7s, everything was there waiting for them, because 8th had only just crested at the top of the hill, so the entire 8th force was there to just destroy them completely.
Yes. And the problem is, at this point, the 2 5As and the T-57 pushing that far too aggressive. They're basically not in a defensive position anymore. Basically giving 8th the full advantage being on the low ground. Because obviously most of the time if you have the high ground you have the advantage, but not in that position on Himmelsdorf. They're completely out in the open. 8th pushed all together at the same time. Had the DPM advantage. It was an easy overmatch over those 3 tanks, so unfortunately a little bit of a misplay from RNC. 8 took advantage of it.
Wow.
Well done.
RNC Dexter bringing a crown weapon out. And Godsmack Diesel and I don't even know what game attack that is, but 2 E4s.
Cornholio.
Well.
Which one?
It's Cornholio.
Yeah. Oh, it's do you guys know it's an old movie, Beavis and Butthead?
Beavis and Butthead, yeah.
I have no idea.
Yeah, this
I
is
have no idea what it
probably
is.
where
It's
it's
an old
coming
American
from. You know, like Beavis, it's constantly saying I'm Cornolio. So it's I would not be surprised if it's coming from there.
I never
Great
had it.
Cornolio. Oh my god. I actually I actually love that gamer tag. Drake Cornolio? Oh my god. That's really good. That's really good.
I have no idea
He's
what
basically
but it's hilarious.
he's basically pushing his t-shirt over his head and just raising it in his head. I am Cornolio. It's ridiculous.
It's called Beavis and
I'm gonna
Butthead
have
Do
to watch
America.
that
If
soon.
you ever have a chance to watch it, it's like a 90s hit here in
See,
America.
we don't
Yeah.
have those sort of things over here. It's a real shame.
It's extremely stupid. It's basically 18 years old plus. Like you don't let your 8 years old kid watching
I'm
that
21,
because
so
it's gonna
all
turn
good.
out really bad.
It's one of those
Yeah, so it
movies
looks like,
that is very immature, but it's like a comedy way of being immature. One of those kind of things.
8th,
Yeah, it's
the
fun.
picks, the tank picks that 8th has is really satisfying to my OCD. I really like it, 2 of each, you know. Really nice. I appreciate it. Both teams have 2 E4s, 2 T-7 heavies on the 8th side, 1 on the RNC, 2 Super Conquerors and 2 5As on 8th, 2 I-7s, a Kranwagen and 2 5As on RNC's side. So, I don't know why he's flashing twice. I'm going to call him the Sulker again. But
I think they're out of the Kranwagen. RNC is lacking of gun depression a little bit, considering on Himmelsdorf I love to see 2 Super Conks or Chieftain that are basically working the slope in D0 or J0, G0 I mean. It's just perfect. So let's see how it's gonna go. 1 Kranwagen with gun depression, it was probably working that spot. And then it's probably going to be an all-in push in the middle for the rest of the tank.
Yeah, I agree. You know, I wish they kept the old name of this map. You guys know what it was? I'm sure that everyone said it, no?
If you tell me, I'll probably remember.
I'm pretty sure, like, someone told me this map used to be called Venusdorf. Or something like that. I don't know if they were lying to me just to make it a joke, but I hope it's true because that's hilarious.
Let's see now. We have heavies, we have TDs, no medium.
Camera work.
Looks like RNC saw the patch outs didn't work and we're like, oh hell no, we can't do that again, so they're forking it up on the heavies this time.
I'm curious that RNC are using the Krenvine on this
moving.
side of the map because you basically don't need that much gun depression to work that side.
I want to see someone be sneaky, you know, go around behind.
I would be
Almost
surprised having no
is
medium.
not having light tanks.
Well, I streamed a match a day or two ago with RNC as one of the teams, and whoever did the interview said that 8th and RNC scrim a lot with each other. So they know each other pretty well. That's probably why we're not seeing too much of the railroad side.
You never know though, one might surprise the other.
Yeah.
But see,
Maybe that would explain why they send the 2 bats up the hill instead of flanking down the 2 line, because that's normally what any clan would expect. They see 2 bats on Himmelsdorf, obviously they're gonna work the low ground, trying to flank, trying to shoot down from the middle. But unfortunately it didn't work. But maybe if 8th and RNC scrim a lot together, that's why they tried something different with the bat chat this time. Something that we probably never seen or really don't see much.
You know,
Both
I think
teams
the
going up.
If they had gone to the railroads, would have been interesting because they could have got shots on, you know, the right-hand side of the castle. You know, when people are fighting there. So RNC making a big push into the cap again. Oh, I mean, 8th. What am I talking about? Ignore me. Nothing. I said nothing.
Interesting play by the Krenvine right now.
Yeah, I was looking at that.
Why would you use a Krenvine in that position? Looks like at first he was trying to go around the castle, but again, if you push around the castle, the gun depression is more needed from the other side of the map. That's a curious pick. I would have picked a T57, if not a 50B, over a Krenvine right now. From the the position he's using right now.
He's riding that rebel to get better armor, or effective armor. Not really
Maybe
working
not.
out
He's just
too well,
hit
but I see what he's doing.
Thing is,
no.
He's really close to do that. Considering his reload, once he's gonna dump his clip, I think it's risky.
Yeah.
We have Breed, hate Breed here,
What league is this
I7,
thingy?
pushing way too far on the left. Got absolutely farmed. Eighth doing a good push down here in the middle of the flag. RNC is gonna try to react. They all turn around, trying to just cluster in the middle.
The E4 is
On
getting
the left of the
bullied.
castle.
Yeah.
Those T-57 literally made a good difference down on the low ground of the castle using their DPM. We got long shot with the 5A. He's on the low ground right now. If he's working that well, he can put out some good shots. Only showing his turret with that 7 degrees of gun depression.
Problem is,
Unfortunately,
all the tanks are reloading now,
Yep.
so RNC.
8 push really aggressively on the low ground of the castle, especially with 2 T-57. Well played by 8th again. Unfortunately, I think that
Is
Krenvagen
this their
pick
pick?
from
I'm not sure.
RNC was not really the right pick from that side of the map. The Krenvagen would have been so much more effective spawning on the north.
I agree. Trigger happy doing the most damage for his team. 3.7k. Well done to him. Followed up closely by the Iron Curse and T% Heavy. Well done to the entirety of 8th. They all did over 1k. So.
Yep, that's a really nice damage spread on the 8th clan right now. Well, not too bad. A 2-0 from 8th on Himmelsdorf. Let's see what the next map is. Maybe it's going to be like the last match between TL, OEG, and AV. 2-2 then Ghost Town.
Maybe.
Both teams showing their superiority in their respective map. Let's see.
Whose choice was this map? Do you know, Jinyu?
Not sure.
And we're not sure what map is coming up next either, do we? Should be
I haven't checked the
Right.
Discord yet. You will find out.
well, whatever it
shortly,
is, I hope there's a light tank on it.
though.
I'm surprised though that RNC went down like that versus 8th. Not because one clan are better than the other. I just know that RNC have actually a lot of comp experience. 8th are, I would not say new, but they certainly don't have as much experience as RNC.
Mhm.
So
I can't really comment on it because until I was made a head mod in GTL, I wasn't really the watcher of many comp stuff. And oh, look at this, a very nice light tank map. You see? Okay, I'll stop. I'll stop.
you mean bad chat? I know you mean bad chat.
You know I didn't mean bad chat.
RNC starting with a Baton. This is actually not a bad pick for that map. Flexibility, DPM, rate of fire, really good turret.
I thought that was a 1305. I was really excited.
Look, two
Not-
tanks that are actually
light
light
tank.
tanks.
No,
No,
stop it.
No. Bad chat, best light tank. 140.
What is Black Chat short for? I'm sure it's short for something, right? And what's the full name of a Black Chat?
Batch out
Something like that, I think.
I believe.
I'm sure you'd pull off the translation, the pronunciation the best out of the three of us, so figure it.
Well, I do watch a lot of Quickie Baby.
French, you know. And we all know
He
he's a master
makes a
of the
point
French
to
language.
pronounce things correctly. I don't have the
Well,
nasal.
he tried
I'll have
to.
to see if that's true
pronunciation
about
down,
the,
but it's close.
I'll see if that's true about the Russian ones he pronounces. If not, I'll roast him, but it's okay.
Ooh.
Bad chat?
We'll see.
Do you want a French pronunciation of it?
Go for it.
Bat,
Entertain us.
Batignolles, Châtillon.
I was
Of course, it's
close.
French.
Because
Canadian, Canadian French.
no one know really the first bat. It's like bat Châtillon, but Batignolles, Châtillon.
Well, all right.
An action time. It's actually not.
Where are the light tanks?
It's actually not a bad pick for that map.
We got one.
And we
bat,
actually
I got
tried
two
it a
bat,
few
two
times
bats.
with Nightmare, and it worked out pretty well actually. Having
I'm
an
pretty sure
action
they
time.
have 7. Can I count? Or do they have 7?
2,
I'm
4,
doubting my own math skills.
6. Yeah, they got
RNC have
7.
8.
Hope they pick one soon. They'll
Well,
be
on
in the
RNC side,
7v8.
they
Oh,
have
there
an
we
object
go.
140, a pattern, 2 bat chats, nice 7s, 2 super conquerors, and 5 8. On 8th side, they have a Centurion option 10, a bat shot, 2 T57 heavies, 2 super conquerors, and a 5A. Haha, did it before he could start.
Can I
Speeding up in
actually
the air, I was
offer
like,
like
he's flashing.
$20 for hearing Queen saying Batignolles Châtillon?
No,
That
yeah,
would be
no,
so
it's not
amazing.
gonna happen.
Oh, maybe 20 is not enough. 100? I don't know.
For me to
Pushing
be able
my
to
luck
pronounce
right
anything, I
now.
have to see it in front of me though, because you saying it, like on its own, I probably won't be able to say it, but you know, like if it was written out in front of me, yeah, I'll try it. But...
And I think that even if I try to spell it, you still don't exactly know how it's supposed to be pronounced, so I
Too
don't
many
think it's gonna help.
vowels. Yeah.
Why do I feel like I'm the only one knowing exactly the bat part before the Châtillon in a wall of thanks?
Well, I'm sure it's you and the entire French community who know it.
What is the
There's,
bat Châtillon? Yeah, but what is the first bat word? No one knows it.
We have trash in Nightmare. Trash is French. So I would assume that Trash knows how to say it.
Oh, probably. And Alive. Alive is also a French Canadian like me. We actually live at 20 minutes from my town.
Do you remember what
See the team spread here?
Yeah. The 2 bat shots
we have
rushing out to
8.
what presumably get spots. English is hard.
Oh, trust me, I have problems with it too sometimes.
It took me a while to spot those people. See, if that was a light tank, that wouldn't have happened. Nothing. Okay, moving on.
We have 8th sending their bat in the middle.
Ringo
Without,
just sitting in the open.
Oh, both spotted each other. Wallace
I
is
want
still
to see a
going.
bat shot duel. Come on, duel.
I would have expected without the trash to go up that little slope towards
Ringo.
the cap.
Oh,
Down goes Ringo.
au revoir, mon ami. He just gets taken down straight away.
Yep.
Oh, Ringo.
Unfortunately, that was a really exposed spot to push a 140 on, considering they sent a bad shot out in the middle.
RNC are very it sounds really weird, but exposing themselves quite a lot.
The thing is,
No photography, please.
if they send a 140 down in the middle, it's maybe because maybe they tried it and it worked in the past, but unfortunately it didn't work that time.
I don't know what this IS-75A thought the outcome of this would be, but, you know, they tried at least. Oh well, they've got a bat chat here now, so it's that. That TP7 Heavy is loading, he's like, come get some. You got a full clip for
They
you.
had a batch out there.
I think it's down that
hard.
A line right now. RNC have the position advantage,
losing
but
another
unfortunately, they're getting killed right now.
RNC loses a 3rd tank. This might be their last game, yeah? If RNC doesn't flip back, but looking very...
Still can
weak
turn
for
around,
them.
but unfortunately,
I doubt
8th
it.
have a really good position right now.
Yeah, 8th and more than double the percentage of hit points right now, so...
Yep, and this is unfortunate because, like I said, down the A line, RNC had this strong position beyond the low ground on that spot, making the enemy exposing themselves, but they had gun depression.
What were you saying, Grim?
See, we see these bat shots chasing after each other here.
Yep.
The bat shot from RNC had a chance to take out the 8th bat shot, but he missed his shot.
Yeah, I got that on the stream. I was watching that for like the very last 3 or 4 shots of it. Now it's just the end of
Yeah,
the 2
I took a
minutes.
break to go then because I was thinking of the sentence, but I couldn't translate it. I get those moments sometimes, like, oh my god, don't say it in Russian, you idiot. You're on stream.
Now, unfortunately, the best thing that those 2 bats could have done it's working together, but they split. RNC bat got taken out.
RNC has not
And
killed one of their tanks at all, which is unfortunate. Or have they?
Lost with a dead commander and a damaged ammo rack.
It is unfortunate. What is it, like 60 seconds for him to reload now?
Yep.
Probably already, he's not even reloaded now.
I think
And
that
he
was
spotted
obvious that basically 8 concentrated most of their tanks on 2 different bush at the same time. Unfortunately, RNC were not basically, you know, they didn't have any synergy together. They had a baton left at the back, down A5. That was not really able to take any good shot. Yep.
Reaper getting the final kill.
And it kind of proves RNC are the ones with, as you said, the most comp experience, but that doesn't always guarantee you the win. So.
And look at 8 once again. That's a really good spread on the damage.
Yeah.
Everyone did their part.
The Reaper in the T% Heavy doing the most damage, 3.1k. Good work from him. And Justman 100 in the Centurion Action 10, 2.6k, just behind him. Nice job from all members of 8 though.
Yep.
3 members on RNC side not doing any damage though. So.
Yeah, the problem is I'm wondering why Ringo Renault tried that push with the 140 exactly down in the middle, because he basically tried that after that all of the 8th heavy tank being spotted, so that was kind of reckless. And then we had the M48 baton down on, I think it was A4, A5. It was basically useless in a way that what he should have done is push up that slope, because they had the advantage. Obviously, 8 had the gun depression, but they still had to show it, you know, their whole tank, exposing their roll plate and their track. So I think it was a little bit of, you know, a lack of focus fire from RNC.
There was a lack of coordination in the focus fire.
Yep, exactly. Yeah. Focus fire down that A line. RNC could have basically win that part of the map. So good job for 8.
The actions of the 140 was quite reckless, because he went out, his path to wherever he was going was through an open area where he could be shot at when there was a perfectly good sand dune just behind him. He could have taken cover behind.
Exactly. Actually, that
and I can understand,
it's kind of reckless. That could have worked. Maybe they tried it before, like I said, and it worked.
And I can
but the problem is, he tried to do it, but after he got spotted. And then obviously 8th had 4 heavy tanks to see basically a really good firepower. They all pushed at the same time, and they shot at him. It was a no-go for the 140, unfortunately.
And the 140, I can understand in comp situations it's very stressful, you know. And when he was spotted, I'm pretty sure he either decided to continue or to fall back. And if he had fallen back, he would have given the enemy the full side of his tank or the back of his tank. So he just had to keep going. But
well, it looks like they just been at the room before we can get the interviews going.
Yeah.
Well, if you can manage to get the 2 leader in the party, we can still do it.
I'm not sure who the callers are for each one.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, I don't know either.
Can you, if you go in your log, you can see the spectator kind of things, but I don't know who the caller is, of course, you know. But you can see the matches in your log, so.
Oh, you can always take a chance, just ping them on GTL.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I'm ready with my one question.
Iron Curse is for 8th, possibly.
Yep.
And then Draco for RNC, I guess, would be.
Yeah, for RNC is definitely now. Draco.
Triggered, would you mind getting them an invite?
I got Draco on my list. I can send him an invite.
Who was the other one?
Was The Iron
Is it the
Curse.
Iron Curse guy?
Yes.
Alright, I'll invite him to the party.
Okay.
Hello.
What's up, Byron?
What's up, guys?
Draco?
Hello to both
Not
of
much.
you.
Good
Welcome.
game there, Curse.
That was some nice matches tonight, boys.
Oh, yeah. It was a good match. It was a really good
So,
match.
we can start with 8th, who won. Well, what we noticed throughout all your games with the what you brought with the T57 heavies, and they did consistent damage. Oftentimes the most damage out of the whole team. And it was I don't really have a question. Where was I going with this? I'm a bad commentator, guys. But it was a great choice from you to pick the T57 heavies. So would you like to run us through what your plan was for them and how you
Are you there, Curse? Oh, he's got no mic. Looks like he's having mic issues. I guess we can move on to Draco while we're waiting for Curse.
Mm-hmm.
So Draco, what were your thoughts on how it went?
Yeah.
Can everybody hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Dingy.
Yeah,
we,
yeah,
we can hear Curse.
I
so.
was worried I was having internet problems again.
Don't worry, we can hear Curse. I don't know if you can, but we can hear him. So
No,
that's
it's
why
for
we
me.
didn't
It's
reply.
showing that he doesn't have a mic. Oh, he's muted. Fuck.
Nice job. Anyway,
Fail.
thank you, Curse.
I was just listening to Iron Curse, man.
But going
Well,
on
as
that,
we saw-
you like 8th, really had some. I noticed some really nice focus fire. You guys have a good synergy together. That was well played. Those T57s were really well used. Like overall, that was some really good games.
Yeah. As we saw in Himmelsdorf, like as soon as those 5As from RNC rushed towards you, the 57 Harry just tore them apart. And moving on to RNC Draco, we me and Triggered and Dingy saw you the Kranwagen on the second round of Himmelsdorf, and we were wondering why you picked that. So, would you like to talk to us about it?
Yeah, we picked the Kronwagen because it's got insane turn armor. We were gonna have Dexter set up right there on that rock pile where he can be hauled down, use his turn armor to an advantage. Everybody knows that Kronwagen is a hell of a tank to pin. I mean, but
Yeah, definitely. And we
had a
noticed,
couple
Kranwagen doing
miscommunications
that.
tonight, and had a couple guys that were, had a comms problems. So
Okay.
we had a couple guys lag
Well,
out of the party, but we got it all straightened out. We won last night. Tonight we got defeated. And there's still one more round with 8th Clan. We know them real well. They're a bunch of really good guys. We've trained with them quite a
Yeah.
bit, just as they've trained with us.
We've been told.
Got
yeah.
nothing but respect for them. Good job tonight.
But
Iron
overall,
Curse.
then-
Make
Both
sure you
played
tell
well.
everybody there.
Overall, Draco, that was well played. The only thing
Yeah.
I think we noticed is you guys try some reckless, like really aggressive plays. Maybe you guys were just trying to test some new things around. And on
Yeah,
my
we,
part, I would say using the Krenwagen on that side is mostly a mistake. a Krenvagen from the other spawn would be extremely powerful if you keep him down the slope going up to the castle. And the
yeah.
game that when you guys push it to E5 and the T57 straight toward on the other side of the cap, you guys basically gave up your tanks because you have no protection. But
Well,
overall,
to add on what
I
you
kind of
say,
like that
Trigger.
aggressive play. I like to see it. It didn't work, but I always like to see some aggressive play like that.
Oh yeah.
That was very
we
entertaining.
we like to be in your face brawling. 8th Clan, we really familiar with them. They're really familiar with us. Was hoping to have 5 rounds tonight. So I told the guys I expect 5 rounds. Like I know 8th, you know, they're gonna bring everything they got. They're gonna hit us with kitchen sinks if they have to win.
Well, Trigger
That's
and I
what we
were
like to
discussing
see.
the fact that you guys, because we were told that you guys often scrim with each other, and we were thinking, you know, the bat chat should have flanked around, but maybe that's what usually happens, and maybe RNC wants to, you know, change it up to kind of trick their, you know, old friend.
We try to change some things
new.
up every now and again.
Yeah.
We try to change some things up every now and again to see how it's gonna work, how it's gonna mash. Tonight just wasn't our night. Common problems.
Well, you both
and
played extremely well. And
Oh,
it's-
yeah,
it's down
both
to
teams
small
did
things
extremely
that
well.
Lose games.
had
So
a couple miscommunications, but
things happen.
things do happen. It's okay.
Of course.
But you guys tried some
2
new
matches
things,
for
right?
next week. We got to set up. What was that triggered?
You guys tried some new things, right? That was kind of cool
Oh,
to
yeah.
see. Like everyone on Himmelsdorf seeing 1 or 2 bats are gonna expect at 99% of the time to see the bat staying on the low ground, pushing down the 2 line or the 8 line, or try to shoot
Yep.
up from the middle. And you guys send them up there, and this is not actually a bad thing to do. I'm sure if you guys just work around it, manage something around it's actually could really work. If you actually push all with your heavies, not exposing your bat, and then just put enough pressure with your heavies to make the enemy team forget about your bat shot, and all of a sudden you send them in, emptying their mag and bailing out, it could really work. So like for myself, I really enjoy seeing that, and I'm sure there's really good thing that can come out from that play. So keep working on it. That was some very good matches. I enjoyed.
So
it's always going to be a good match with the 8th. When it's RNC and 8th, it's always going to be a good match. You know, it's been in team trainings, like you can ask Iron Curse in team training, it's been back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. They'll beat us, we'll beat them, back and forth, back. And then there was one night, it come down, and I still chuckle about this. It come down to Iron Curse versus me, and I don't know how it turned out. I fired and bounced, he fired and bounced, and we were just back and forth, less than a square apart. Remember that, Iron?
Yeah.
Come down to me and you. Every shell bounced. Like, I'm sitting there going, what the hell do I have to do to pin this dude? Like, RNC
Damn, guys.
hates me.
Load HE. Load HE.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and it come down to the reloads, and he ended up getting a clean shot on me and set me on fire. Thank God I have an automatic fire extinguisher. But you know, it was back and forth, and I swear to God I thought it was gonna be a draw. I swear to God I thought it was gonna be a draw, because he knocked me down to legitimately all he had to do was run up and bump me. That was it. I mean. We trained together, you know, what, Iron? We've trained together 8 or 10 times?
Yeah. More than we've practiced and played with anyone else, I would say.
Right.
Quite a good bit.
And we you know, Iron Curse, and then every once in a while, we'll do a 15-on-15, just clan fun scrimmage, and it gets pretty interesting.
I love to see this a close bond between 2 clans. It's great because, you know, you have each other to practice with, you know, for tips and everything. And it's good because,
Oh, yeah.
and when it comes to competitions, you can never really say, "Oh, that clan's better than that clan," because you spend so much time with each other, screaming and playing with each other. It's just you're both unequal. As you said, you both win one and then you lose another. It goes back and forth, and it was eighth night tonight. Do you have any more questions, Trigger?
Well, I would just say one thing is it's actually really fun to know that you guys both plan are practicing a lot together, because I think this is why maybe RNC tried that bat chat push up there and different things from both clans, thinking that okay, normally we do that, we know each other, so let's try something different that they're not gonna
And that's
expect.
what it was about tonight. They know that we normally
and
send
I
flankers.
love to see
and
that. That was amazing.
I was hoping to catch him off guard with the bat chats up top.
What do you think about that, Chris?
No,
Were you
that's
caught off
totally
guard?
right.
Yeah. I mean,
What'd you say, Queen?
On
I asked Chris if he was caught off guard by that.
Yeah, on both Himmelsdorf and Sand River, the plays with the bat chats, we definitely didn't see coming. I remember telling the guys, like, we have to push hard on the top of the hill, because if we don't, the bat chats are going to come around to our rear and put us in a two-front engagement. And it was really kind of cool to see a different strategy tried up on the top. We did not expect at all, and so definitely kept us on our toes up there.
Yeah, I was watching the timer on that. It was down to 10 seconds before the heavies got on the flag to stop the timer.
Yeah. I just the takeaway impression that I got from that match. I think you could definitely get some sort of viable fast cap strategy off. It's just throwing some 2 quick tanks up to the top, and just capping.
And that's the reason why I ran across.
Yeah.
Everybody knows the 57 heavy is ungodly powerful. It's one of the only tanks that I know in less than, 8 or 9 seconds, Curse, you can just eradicate another tank's health bar. I mean, it's ungodly powerful.
Yeah, we're basically talking about 2 T-57 ditching out 3,200 damage in 6 seconds together. It's terrible. But those 2 bat chat though, even if it didn't work that time, it was very entertaining and cool to see, because obviously depending on the map, we always expect similar gameplay from the team, right? Like, we're gonna pick those tanks, we're gonna do that. And watching those 2 bat chat going up, I was seriously really excited by, oh my god, we're gonna see finally some kind of new gameplay, something different that we never seen. That was very entertaining, and I'm sure that can work.
It didn't work, but it was still really entertaining to watch.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's basically there's some room to get improved, and this is I think this is something that in the future we're gonna see. Different clans are just gonna work around things like, okay, we're gonna push there, we're gonna do that, and it's changing the meta. I think it's really exciting. It's really fun to see. No one was expecting that. That was amazing.
Well, Triggered, last night you were there for our match against Old School. We know Old School really well. They're a group of really good guys. And like I was in here and told y'all last night, thank you for, streaming it, Dingy. Thank you for commentating for us. Triggered, Queen, I know Dragoon Chief, I think he had to leave or something. But I want to thank him, too, for being the moderator there and putting his commentator in, being a commentator. A lot of people, we were gone for the summer to reinvent RNC, to be better, to make it a better place. We come back. We lost our first match back against AV, lost against BK, and we're sitting there going, what do we have to do to get better? We started training a lot harder. The 8th clan, Iron Curse and his boys, they were there. They gave us a whole bunch of pointers. We changed up a whole lot of stuff, and now we're back. And honestly, I'm not even mad, man. Like, last night's match and the night's match, we got a couple things that we need to tweak and work with. And I think this next week, if you guys are streaming for us, you're going to see a couple new tricks come out of the bag.
Oh, I look forward to it. I'm so glad
yeah.
there's such a great relationship between your two clans. I mean,
Yep.
I run into people from 8th and from RNC in public matches, and one name I did recognize among RNC was Longshot, and I've run into him once or twice. So, and it's great to see you all working together really well and trying something new, because, you know, since you both clans scrim each other a lot, you can work out new strategies and etc. And it's so good to see that, because oftentimes you have rivalries between big clans, and, you know, it's just not worth it in the end. It's better to have friendships. So I want to thank you guys and your entire clans for coming out tonight to Rico and Curse. You both played really well, and it just came down to the little things to decide who won. So thank you.
Yep, that
Thank
was
you, ma'am.
amazing.
Yeah.
There's
for
always
matches.
place for some improvement, and we know in the future matches it's gonna be even better and better. Because both clans, you guys are really good, constantly improving, and no doubt it's gonna be better and better. So good matches tonight. That was amazing. Good entertaining. I'm sure everyone that watches the stream or gonna watch the videos of the stream are gonna enjoy. That was really good. Thanks to both clans.
Yep. The only thing I got to say is stay tuned. You know, 8th clan and
we will.
RNC, where both clans are getting better and better every time. Whether we scrimming against each other or we're doing these GTL, WNF, Clan Wars, WCL tournaments, every time we get better and better. Even if it's just a small fraction, we're getting better. But we're actually getting ready to bring out a new clan logo. Hopefully in the next week
wow.
or two we'll have that out. Most people know our original clan logo.
I'm sure Dingy won it, because otherwise you're gonna have a little princess next
Yep.
time.
Enjoy the princess
Yeah,
tonight.
that's so cute. Hey, bro, I can't even be mad at that. I have 2 daughters, and they love to go back. I go back and watch every single stream video that we've been in, and my daughters, they love to sit here and watch them with me, and, you know, tell me, Dad, you know, you could have went this way and something else could have happened.
That's neat.
So, yep, my youngest
Mini
daughter is
clan
4
commanders.
years old, and her favorite color is pink. So,
Well, enjoy the Batman
My,
princess.
Dingy's
Right,
favorite
thank you.
color is also
Hey,
pink,
hey.
so that's why he wanted
Hey.
princess.
hey, I can't even be mad at that, bro, because my favorite color is pink. So if you want me to have the new decal pink, bro, I will do it. Doesn't even bother. Hey, I know this is being
I look
streamed.
forward
For
to this.
those of you that think I'm joking, I live in an old military bunker, and it is hibiscus pink. I painted it myself. It has been pink since my mom bought this place in 1991. And I love it here.
Wow.
It's a beautiful house. But, yeah.
Dude, there's nothing bad about it. Pink and blue
Right?
are happy colors, so why not?
Right?
Honestly.
Hey, you know, I have pink shoelaces. I mean, I got DC shoes. They're black with pink laces. You know, and the only other reason why my
That's
favorite color
actually
is pink.
amazing.
Hey, the only other reason why my favorite color is pink, man. Here about 3 or 4 years ago, my grandmother beat breast cancer. So
Oh wow.
during the month of October, all RNC chats are pink the entire month.
Hell yes.
I wear pink every single day because, you know, I
Glad
about lost
to hear
my
someone
grandmother.
saying
So
that.
Awesome.
3
Hey.
years ago, my mother beat the breast cancer, and I personally sent $10,000 to the hospital that saved her
Wow.
to
I-
help
I
all
donate every
the other
year.
women that can literally, you know, help any women that have that kind of
That's
cancer.
right.
And I'm personally going through a stomach cancer right now, so yeah, totally for
Well,
that shit.
I wish you the best, man. You know, cancer is not a joking matter. You know, there's people out there that have, you know, cancer can be beaten. I lost my father-in-law November 22nd, 2 years ago, to cancer. And
It can't. Everyone just have to
It's-
stay positive.
right? And the only thing I can say is, you know, he was a military veteran, 25 years in the service, and, you know, there's not a day that goes by I don't think about my father-in-law. So, hopefully, here in a couple weeks, I'll have the tattoo that I want done for my father-in-law, and once it's done, if anybody wants to see it, I'll post it in the Global Tank League general chat.
Oh, send it to me on Discord.
I can do that.
I'm
It's,
covered in tattoos, so always
I
Same
invite
here.
have
you
tattoos.
see
I
another
spent
one.
12
Like
years in
I'm
the-
just,
Oh yeah.
I don't have any
I've-
on my legs, but my upper body is I don't have space anymore.
I have my oldest daughter's name and a rose on my left arm. I spent 12 years in the oil field. I'm a third-generation roughneck. That's what they call oil field workers. I have oil field pride tattooed on my stomach.
Man, that's awful.
I've got my nickname Draco tattooed on my back in Old English. So I've been called that.
Means
since-
dragon, right?
Yes, that's what it means, ma'am. Dragon.
I have a degree in history, so English history is my favorite. Anyway, thank you both for coming
Right.
out today.
Thank you,
Um,
ma'am. Iron, tell the
it's been
8th
great.
boys we
My first
appreciate the match
commentary-
tonight. Everybody did an awesome
English
job.
is hard.
Yeah,
it was
both
great
players
first,
did really
time
well.
for me to commentate, so thank you.
Thank you guys.
You know?
We appreciate it. Y'all have a amazing rest of your evening. I'm going to probably get off here and watch a movie with my wife and kids, and
Well, I hope you
here in a
both have a
couple
nice
hours we'll
relaxing
go
night.
over. In
Yeah,
a couple
thank
hours
you,
we'll go
uh,
stream again.
For the matches,
I'll have a night.
thanks for the commentary. Always appreciated. Great matches there, Draco. Look forward to our next one.
That
Yeah,
was really
I
good,
do too,
guys.
man.
To Draco, RNC clan, and you Iron Curse 8 clan, you guys showed some really good gameplay tonight. That was really entertaining, and thank you both
Yeah.
for showing up.
And if I ever
And
see,
we're all looking forward to see you next time.
yeah, and if I ever see a T57 heavy driven by someone in 8th, I'm gonna run the opposite direction. So you know, we're not doing
You
that.
know, every time I see somebody at T57 heavy from the 8th clan and I'm in my 57 heavy, I know it's about to be a war, and I love a good fight. So, if
Actually,
anybody
Grim
ever
is
wants
lying,
to tune up
because
with
if
us,
she see a T57 heavy, she's not really playing a light tank. The only thing she's gonna do is YOLO.
Right,
YOLO.
shut up, right? Just because I only play light tanks, right? Don't bully me,
sorry, I
okay?
could've-
hey, you gotta love a good light tank player because they can either make or break a match. I mean,
Yeah,
Next
but
time I
since
see you in a
that
pub
Tusk
match,
got,
triggered, I'm gonna beat the
the
shit out of
good
you.
light
Nothing
tank
to stream,
player
I
are
can't swear.
so...
but no,
Even
if
if you're on my
anybody
team.
ever wants to platoon up with anybody from RNC, all you have to do is message us. I mean, we're a bunch of humble people. We're all about loyalty, brotherhood, and respect. So if anybody that's listening, watching this stream, wants to platoon up with us, just let us know. We play with
Sounds good.
anybody
Thank
and
you, bro.
everybody
All good,
from
man.
any clan. It doesn't matter. We have a lot of fun. That's all it's about. Having some fun.
That's awesome, dude. This is the kind of thing we want to hear, like having some
The
good
only
people
thing
to
I
make
can
a good
say is-
World of Tanks
Oh, yeah.
community.
That's right. The only thing I can say is RNC has actually invented a drinking game for World of Tanks. As far as I know, we are the only clan to do it. So a bunch of rednecks invented a drinking game for this game.
Alright guys, I gotta get the stream shut off here, so just want to thank you guys for
Yeah,
coming out.
thank
and
you,
playing.
Dingy, man. Take it easy.
While you're talking about, we're gone for 2 hours. Come on, let's keep going.
Right? Can we explain the RNC drinking game and see if anybody wants to step up to the
I'm up.
challenge?
Alright, I'm gonna cut
Is
you
the-
guys
is
off
the
for the
stream
stream,
cut?
but I'll
Alright,
just
Dingy,
still
take
the
it
party.
easy, brother. Thank you for streaming for us, man.
Yep.
Yeah, thanks to both clans. And actually, thanks to both clans, Dingy and Grim, to just give me my next, well, I'd say my second opportunity to commentate, because I started yesterday, so
My
hopefully
first.
it went pretty well.
Hey, how do I become a commentator? I'm pretty funny.
Well, I just
I'll be
became a
right back,
commentator
guys.
because I'm a girl and I'm Russian, so you know.
Really?
But
All right, guys, sorry it took so long on the interview. I just want to thank everyone for stopping by. Thanks for the follows. And my next stream for comp is tomorrow, and that is gonna be, if I can find it. This is not 100% that I'll be able to stream it. I work a half day tomorrow. It's gonna be OWS versus CDR at 1:30 Eastern. I may or may not be streaming that. Just depends what time I get off work. But later that day at 4 o'clock Eastern is CZR versus AGBR. And then again, 5 hours after that at 2100 is going to be Immortals versus LG, two of the best clans in GTL. So that will definitely be a good one. Others I know are good clans as well, so definitely check all three of those out. And I will see you on the next one. Take care.